All right, we're out here in front of Texas Live. You know what that means. It's another episode of Drew Pearson Live. We've got a special show for you this morning, and it's powered by CowboysLegends.com. And our show is special because we got a special guest, none other than the great Tony Dorsett is with us. And, of course, D. Paul, Jenn Reed. We got our Hail Mary moments. We got a show for you that you're not going to want to forget or miss. Let's go do a show. What an intro. We got a packed house here at Troy's place. We got a special guest today. We're going to bring him on later, but the great Tony Dorsett is here. Woo! Anyway, we're bringing Tony in at a good time because we're coming off a Dallas Cowboy victory. 35-27 over the Detroit Lions. As a matter of fact, if it wasn't for the Detroit Lions, I wouldn't have had a career in the NFL. Hut, 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 hut. But hey, we put the game in the hands of Dak Prescott, and guess what? Guess what? That ain't a bad thing, is it? Today, beat the New England Patriots. Marcus Lawrence, hey, get Tom Brady. Hey, Quinn, Robert Quinn, get Tom Brady. I don't care if we blitz or whatever. Get Tom Brady. You know the old saying, you cut off the head, what happens? The snake got to die. We get Tom, hey, he's 42 years old, come on. Let's get to our first guest. Man, he is, one of my favorite teammates. You know his name is Anthony Drew Dorsett. Did you know that? Did you know that? Yeah, he was named after him. Comes into the NFL as the #1 draft choice. 2 straight Super Bowls, man. Winning one right here, and man, all the way to an NFL Hall of Fame career. Let's bring him on right now. None other than the great number 33 from the Dallas Cowboys, P.D. Tony Dorsett. All right, brother. Good to see you. All right, T. You're looking clean, man. You're looking sharp, man.
I'm trying to keep up with you, Drew.
You got all them rings on, man. Look at that. Show me that Hall of Fame ring. Oh, look at that. Is that sweet or what? Good to see you, brother. How you feeling?
Doing pretty good, Drew. How about you?
I'm feeling great. You're looking good, man, and welcome to the show. You like what you're seeing so far this year?
Yeah, I really am. I'm liking the Cowboys. Let's go out there and handle the business.
Yeah, I think they can. I think they can because this is a focused football team. What'd you play, 13 seasons?
Got 13 years.
13 years in the NFL, wow. As running back. Now, throughout those 13 seasons, well, you had some great memories. Tell us about that Super Bowl victory and doing that your rookie year.
I was in awe, Drew.
Yeah.
You know, I came here. I seen guys like yourself, Roger Staubach, Robert Newhouse, Ed Too Tall Jones, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You can go on and on with all the big name guys that were here. And media had it like here. I am the final piece to the puzzle.
Absolutely,
you know, and fortunately for me, you know, it worked out that way.
Now, I was at the end of a lot of your runs, and I saw some of the hits you took. And, you know, the accumulation of hits from Pitt to the NFL, even in high school. But you never, as far as I know, missed a game. You're always there. You wore those ugly old hit pads and everything, you know.
I'm going to work, man. I said, I got 11 angry men over there trying to kill me. I said, I'm not worried about how I look. It's just worried about what I can protect.
What was the key to your success as a running back?
Quickness and speed. You know, I could get top speed almost in about 2 or 3 steps. Most guys would tell you this: we don't like being hit. I mean, some guys like the contact, but I was trying to avoid as much contact as I could.
Amen, amen. In Minnesota, we opened up that stadium as well, Monday Night Football, and we're on the 1-yard line. And man, we're just trying to get out of there, so maybe we punt the football, have some room to punt the football and all that. First play, Coach Landry calls a run up the middle, but there was a mix-up there. What was the mix-up?
Well, actually, we only had 10 men on the field.
Wow.
And the reason was because of me. On the sideline, I thought I heard a certain play formation being called from a certain formation, and therefore I went out there and told the fullback to get out.
Yeah, Ron
Springs to get out.
And when you came busted through there, you know, I'm loafing. Well, I'm gonna tell you like it is, because I didn't think this play was gonna work. Yeah. You know, so I'm jogging down. Next thing you know, bam! Here comes Tony Dorsett, and I said, I got to get on the hall because this is 99 yards. I want to get in that video. I started hauling, man.
Hunt got in the video too.
Hunt got in that video too, huh?
He got in the video, and as a matter of fact, go back over the years and see some of the long runs that I made. Number 88 was a part of it all the time. I used to tell those guys and receivers, you don't have to knock him down, just get in the way. And Drew Pearson was pretty good at getting in the way of those guys.
Yeah. You know I gonna knock nobody down.
You don't knock him down, but he's getting in the way.
I shield him all day.
Drew, I could see, like I said, he was tiring, and he made that last good push, that shove on the guy, got him off balance, and that's all it took, you know, for us to end up with the 99-yard touchdown run.
Yes.
The first
99. One. First time in Cowboy history, NFL history, somebody went 99 for you.
I didn't realize the fact that it was a record-setting run, because if I had known, I would have kept the ball.
Yeah.
You know.
What did you do? You spiked it?
I spiked the ball.
Yeah, like that's what we did back then.
Just spiked the ball, and I was like, give me some oxygen.
I hear you, bro. I hear you on that. How big was that for Tony Dorsett to go into the NFL Hall of Fame?
Well, it doesn't get any bigger and better than that, Drew. Yeah. You know, it's I call it football heaven. It's history.
Right. It's
history, and you see all the great players that have been able to achieve that accomplishment, and then all of a sudden you're one of those. You're one of that family. One of those players. And everybody said I was too small.
Yeah.
But you know, when I had people like yourself out there blocking for me and paving the way, you know, it made things a lot easier for me. I understood the fact that, you know, the game is very, very physical. In order to survive as long as I did, you know, I had to keep making people miss.
Yeah, you certainly did. Did he make them miss, y'all? Right on, good stuff, good stuff. You certainly did, Tony, and that's a big part of your game. There's no question about that. But now we got the New England Patriots coming up. You think the Cowboys can pull this one out today?
Well, I'm always pulling for the Cowboys, you know, and hoping and praying that they can. But they're going to have their hands full. There's no question about it. It's going to be, it's going to take everybody doing their job and doing it well, you know. And if they do that, they have a good chance of possibly winning the game. Special teams is going to play a part in this game as well, I think.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Hopefully that'll give us some good field position with our special teams. That'll make a difference, right?
Absolutely.
So we got to get you a prediction. What's your prediction? Cowboys?
Well, if I didn't say Cowboys, I'd be a fool.
Right on. You ain't no fool. That's for sure.
But I tell you, man, I always believe in the Cowboys. You know, I trust in them that they can. You know, they can pull it out somehow, some way, you know, and I'm still feeling that way today, too. I think, you know, they'll pull it out somehow, some way.
But anyway, Tony, we appreciate you taking the time. What an awesome career you had as a Dallas Cowboy. You're still looking good. Let's give it up for Anthony Drew Dorsett.
Hey, this is Jay Young with King Operating. Have you ever considered paying less money in taxes? Would you like to do what the wealthy do and invest in oil and gas? Go on our website, kingoperating.com, and get my book about our model, ADD, Acquire, Develop, and Divest. Or call our number, 214-420-3000, to talk to somebody today about investing in oil and gas and saving money on your taxes.
Ready for some life-saving technology? DFWGPSTrack.com shows you the whereabouts of people you care for, even your vehicle or assets. You'll get real-time tracking anywhere in the U.S. monitored through your cell phone or computer. Get in touch today for GPS tracking made easy.
We want to thank the great Tony Dorsett for being with us. So I got to thank our sponsors, Golden Chick, they sponsor the Hail Mary Moments, Mind for Life Brain Center, Sky Diamonds University, Cowboys Fit, Hood Hood, get in shape. Get in shape, y'all, get in shape. All right, King Operating Corporation, Adam Alexander, just look at me, Hood Hood. All right, Michael Nass Media, and the title sponsor for today's show this morning is CowboysLegends.com. So we appreciate everybody and all their support of Drew Pearson Live. We can't do it without you. He's a special guest because I went to visit him, did a whole process of getting my mind checked, getting my head checked, because I wanted to know what's going on. I was a little nervous going in, but excited at the same time. Nervous to find out what is going on, excited to want to know what's going on. So, and the one that's going to explain it to us is with us today. He's none other than the great Dr. Doohi Lee in the house. All right, Dr. Lee. Join the table there, Dr. Lee.
Thank you, thank you.
It's good to see you again. I saw you early this week. I came by to get my diagnosis after we went through all the testing. You gave me this pamphlet, this booklet, with a lot of information in it, but some good stuff.
Yes, I
and
think
the
so.
things I wanted, first of all, the visit, the process, everything worked out great, didn't it?
I think it went very well.
Yeah, I think it did as well.
Yeah.
So we went through all the scanning, and these are some of the images that we came up with as you diagnosed my brain. Why don't you explain what this image is as first?
Okay, so so these are actually, there are two parts to the brain scan. One is looking at the brain from the outside, and this is actually looking at the brain from the inside.
Okay.
So this shows one area of the brain activity, what we call the gray matter, the cerebral cortex, that has its own function. And I usually explain to patients about the brain. It's a little like a car engine, that there are lots of parts inside. Brain is like that. They have different areas in the brain that kind of specializes in different functions.
Okay.
So we have to look at two parts. So this rainbow color looks at the outside, and then this red, white, and blue looks at the inside part.
Right, so that's inside. That's what's going on the inside.
Exactly.
But this is the actual picture of the brain.
Exactly.
And you got two different ones here because we did two different tests, right?
Yeah, so we got the active and the quiet brain. So that kind of shows me how your brain functions at different situations. And by looking at those two phases of the brain function, it gives me a really good idea of how your brain is working and responding to different stimuli during the day.
So looking at them from both angles, so to speak, gives you a better overall picture. And then when you get the picture done and you see what's there, you diagnose that. And you take the information you supplied me with, I fill out that personal information. That gives you an idea of the history of the brain, right?
Precisely. In your case, with your career as an athlete, I mean, look at all the concussions you've had that you talked about before. So that certainly has a huge factor in how the brain responds to that and heals, and sometimes doesn't heal all the way. Now, hopefully with the scan, when we went through it all, that there are actually physical and physiologic basis of the kind of things that we talked about in terms of your symptoms. Like memory is one thing that we talked about. There are actually areas in the brain that are tied to these. And the whole key to this really is, once we find out, the areas that need help, you can actually do something about it.
Well, that's the key.
It is.
Being able, because we just talked to Tony Dorsett. He's been there. He's had some things done to help himself. But they never prescribed anything to continue the treatment to get better.
See, that's the, for me as a doctor, I mean, scanning is nice, getting nice, just pretty pictures is nice. It's great. But so what? If you can't do anything to help the patient, then all of this is sort of just a sort of a mood exercise.
Well, first of all, you know, after all that information and the pictures, man, you come up with a finding. Right. You diagnose all that, and you come up with a finding.
Exactly.
Mine's pretty good.
You're pretty good. Okay. You're pretty good. You're pretty good.
Hey, can you help me with this switch I get every once in a while?
That's a whole different process.
That's a little different thing.
Right.
But the cool thing is you don't only come up with the findings, the pictures and all this, and tell me what's wrong, but you tell me a way to get better.
Exactly.
The treatment of it is the most important thing.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point.
And so you gave me a whole plan.
A lot.
And it's not just
a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a
lot.
You
know, but I'm going to follow it because I want to get better.
Yeah. We may have to modify, add things, take things away, be a little flexible and be creative, because, brain is very complicated.
I know it's what I need, and so I'm doing it. And you see things on here like ginkgo, and the thing that raised the question is salt.
Yes.
You say your salt intake is very important to the process.
It is very important. Yeah, and all the cellular information is done through ion exchange, And when you pump your muscles, sodium chloride and potassium, that moves back and forth. Well, sodium chloride is salt. Because if your salt is too low, your body doesn't function well.
Oh, wow.
Your heart doesn't pump well, your muscles don't function well, your brain can't think, it doesn't function well. And when you get salt balanced, then it starts to do its work much more efficiently. And it's tied to the, the energy production of the cells. And you got to have salt.
Well, I'm glad Tony was our guest today because we had the conversation with him, and I think he's interested now in visiting you.
Well, that'd be great.
To find out, to get some pictures of his brain and find out where exactly it is. But that's not even the point. The point is we can find out what the problem is, but what are we going to do to treat it? And that's the key. Not only for Tony, but a lot of my teammates, a lot of kids that play football and have that head trauma. They go get diagnosed, but they never get the treatment to correct the problem or slow the problem down or something, right? And that has got to be the key.
It really is. And we have so many things available. I mean, these are some very simple, actually, supplements and very simple medications and techniques. But, I use everything. I have a pretty wide educational background in terms of the health and overall wellness and anti-aging, as you know. So I pull from a lot of things. I've actually even prescribed meditation. I even sent some young men to martial arts training because I think that discipline is great for their brain and what they were going through.
I'm not too much on being a pioneer, but I was a captain when I was with the Cowboys and being a leader. And as a leader, I still feel that way. I lead my former teammates. And with this situation, I want to lead them to
Well, you are, and I think we talked about that before.
And have a better quality of life in their life after football.
Yeah, and hopefully, as other people have seen you go through this, and it's not a scary process. I know it's
not just for the pro athlete, right?
No, of course not. It's for everybody. I mean, it really is. Once you know, then you can do something about it.
Well, that apprehension and fear is real because I had it. Now the nervousness is gone. It's just excitement that we know what's going on and we got a treatment to deal with it. So that's the main thing.
It gives you hope, right?
Dr. Lee, we can't do it without you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you, Dr. Lee.
Thank you.
Mind for Life Brain Center. Check them out and get yourself checked out as well. Okay? We'll be back with more of Drew Pearson Live right after this.
What if you're able to see the source of problems such as ADD, depression, anxiety, and even addiction? At Mind for Life, we evaluate the brain in its function to figure out where these problems may occur in the brain. And based on these findings, we tailor the treatment pattern just for you individually. This is the strength of what we do at Mind for Life Brain Center, located in Plano. If you're interested, please contact us in the information below, and we hope to see you soon.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Lee. Got our Hail Mary moments, and again, it's brought to you by Golden Chick. We appreciate you, Golden Chick. Paul Salfen is on the road. He's not with us today, and to help us with that is none other than the great Darren Wise, D. Paul, and Jenn Reed. Bring them on. All right, guys, you heard me say Paul's not here, but he did send a Hail Mary moment because he's that kind of guy. D. Paul, Jenn, who we got?
So, Paul's actually in LA right now. He's doing some more interviews and finding out who has their Hail Mary moment. So We actually have Mark Tremonti.
We have Mark Tremonti of Creed and Alter Bridge. He is a multi-platinum recording artist and a renowned guitarist, and this is his Hail Mary moment.
All right, let's check it out.
Today we're here at the Bomb Factory in Dallas, Texas, and we are honored to have Mark Tremonti from Alter Bridge on. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you so much for being with us. This is exciting. You had a big rock show tonight, but even more exciting, the 6th album just came out, and you guys, it's unbelievable. It seems to have gone by so quickly.
It feels like yesterday we put out our first record, but you look at pictures and we look like little kids, so it's been a while, for sure.
Yeah, but this album is a little bit different, but fans are loving it, you know?
Yeah, it's been a great release. You know, we got a text the other day with a picture. It was #1 worldwide, and it's the first time we achieved that, so it's, you know, we finally made it to the big time.
Yeah. Well, on Drew Pearson Live, we always ask people their Hail Mary moment, the moment in their life or career where they just had to go for it and it worked out for them. What do you suppose that was for you?
I think if I didn't have the local radio station in Tallahassee play, you know, we all saved up money. Yeah. I was working as a cook. Scott was working as a cook. My other drummer, Scott, worked as a knife salesman. And Brian was the rich kid who didn't have to work. But anyways, we saved up our money to record a demo, which to us was a lot of money back then, you know. I think it was 30, 40 bucks an hour to record, so we were putting up everything we were earning into it. And we recorded My Own Prison, and the local radio station had a locals only show, and they put our song My Own Prison on a locals only show, and it got a great response. And they added it, and that's why I'm sitting here now, because that one song and that one demo got people in the building to come see us play.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Really appreciate it.
All right, hey D, that's a great, I guess in the music industry you have a lot of Hail Mary moments,
Yes, sir. He's had a few.
Well, we appreciate him being on the show. We got another Hail Mary moment coming up, okay? Because we got the great Jay Young. He's the founder and CEO of King Operating Corporation, and he's the host of Jay Young Show, a weekly podcast, and Forbes book author. He's everything, and he's with us today on Drew Pearson Live. Let's bring him out, Mr. Jay Young.
So my family's been in the oil and gas business for over 100 years, Drew, and you know we've been seeing the cycles, ups and downs. But at these times, it's really about how the model works and how you invest in oil and gas. That was kind of our reason for writing the book with Forbes and getting them involved, because, you know, we care about our investors' exit strategy. When are you going to have an exit? Yeah. And so we made sure that we made our project scalable enough that we could have an exit in a relatively short time. We have clients that invest $200,000 or $1 million. And what they do is they're lowering their cost basis in the project. You decrease the amount of tax that you pay, which is good, but you also lower your basis on the project.
Okay, well, you have a podcast, Jay Young Show, and you give some insightful discussions with CEOs, entrepreneurs, authors, athletes, celebs, everybody, right?
I've had a lot of great people. I've had Phil Romano to interview those kind of minds of people that, you know, do make a difference in life. I mean, just a lot of great people, and I enjoy it. There was the way people invest in oil and gas, which is the wrong way. So finally, about 2015, I'm like, I can't let people invest in oil and gas this way. We changed our whole model up. We've got to do this the right way and this new way. And so it inspired me to do that, but I'm like, you know what? Just for me to tell one or two people like you about the project doesn't really get me where I need to go in raising equity. So if I write a book, man, I can do it. As soon as I did, I hooked up with Adam Whitty out of South Carolina, and he's like, you need to tell this to Forbes, and you need to be a Forbes author, and you need to get to a new level because people do need to see how can you invest in oil and gas and how can you make money.
So this is your first venture in a book?
Yes, sir. Yes,
at any level and stuff?
Yeah.
So this is like a Hail Mary moment.
Hey, this is a Hail Mary.
Scored.
Yeah.
You scored, huh? Hey. All right. Well, Jay, that's good stuff, man.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being with us. That's Jay Young, founder and CEO of King Operating Corporation, and that was his Hail Mary moment, and we'll be back with more Drew Pearson Live right after this. Hut, hut.
Woo! What do you think of Golden Chick?
I love it.
Do you know about this love affair with Golden Chick?
Try our new 3-tender holiday combo with choice of side, roll, and 20-ounce drink, plus a mini funnel cake.
Golden Chick.
Oh, you did that perfectly. Are you a professional?
All right, all right, all right. We got the Cowboy trivia and the Just Ask Drew, so we got a lot to do. Let's get to it, okay?
All right, let's get to it.
All right, let me do the trivia first,
Let's do
okay?
the trivia first.
How many total touchdowns did TD, Tony Dorsett, have in his NFL career? How many? 40? Oh, heck no. He had that his rookie year. 90! All right. Keep going up that scale. All right, you win a Tony Dorsett t-shirt for answering that question. 90 touchdowns in his NFL career for Tony Dorsett. Right on. Thank you, dear. All right.
Question for you.
Oh, okay.
This is TJ. This is
So
PJ.
Drew, maybe you can handle this, settle this for me. So in the championship game against the 49ers,
yes,
was Montana throwing that ball away, or was that a perfect precision pass to Dwight Clark in the back of the end zone?
Well, who you asking? Montana, in my opinion, was throwing it away.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Thank
And he
you.
threw it up there. He had to throw it high to get it over Tutar, because Tutar was right there.
That's right.
And he threw it high. Joe Montana never admitted to throwing it away. He said it was a precise pass, something that they worked on. Yeah, right.
That's true.
Right.
And you almost scored. You were involved in the grab.
Yeah, I almost had it
got
after
away.
that, and that would have been Hail Mary too. All right? And you also get this, all right? Right there, all right? Don't wear it here, all right? Take it home and go have a baby. Hut, hut. All right.
One more fan question. We have Butch here.
Butch, what you got for me?
What do you think the great coach Tom Landry's strategy would be going up against Bill Belichick and the Patriots today?
Well, first of all, we'd be prepared to beat them. But we know it ain't gonna be that easy. We'd have to go out there and play good football, execute on offense. We get Tutar from one side, Harvey Martin from the other side, Randy White up the middle. Oh! He ain't got nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. So that's a good question. So come up and get your TD shirt. All right.
Thank you.
Oh, I love this 88. Let's check it out. All right, look at this. Look at that. You can't get that anywhere but on Drew Pearson Live. I guess there's nothing left after that. We need to wrap up the show. Let's go over to the band. Come on, Johnny, come with me. Hut, hut. Before I give you my prediction, I got to thank our sponsors, our title sponsor, CowboyLegends.com. Thank you, Cowboy Legends. Golden Chick for that Hail Mary moments. Mind for Life Brain Center, Sky Diamonds University, Cowboys Fit. King Operating Corporation. Oh, yeah. Adam Alexander. Hood, hood, just look at me. All right. CowboyLegends.com, Michael Nass Media. Thank you all. Only one thing left to do. Let's give a prediction on this game today, and it's going to be 24-17 Dallas. You heard it first, right here on Drew Pearson Live. Hut, hut on three. 1, 2, 3. Hut, hut. 1, 2, 3. Hut, hut. 1, 2, 3. Hut, hut. We out. Hut, hut.